Hello and welcome back to Twin Motor Reviews, your go-to channel for in-depth, no-nonsense car reviews. Today, we're diving into something that perfectly blends everyday practicality with raw, aggressive performance, the Vauxhall Astra VXR. This hot hatch isn't just about speed, it's about personality, engineering brilliance, and an experience that excites you every single time you get behind the wheel. Whether you're a fan of track days, spirited weekend drives, or simply want a daily driver that can keep up with far more expensive sports cars, the Astra VXR promises to deliver. In this review, we're going to break it down from its history to its design, performance, interior comfort, practicality, and ownership experience. A brief history of the Vauxhall Astra VXR. The Astra VXR is part of a proud lineage of performance-tuned hatchbacks from Vauxhall, with roots tracing back to the days when hot hatches were all about creating maximum driving excitement without sacrificing everyday usability. Introduced in the early 2000s as the performance variant of the Astra range, the VXR was developed by Vauxhall's performance division to go head-to-head with rivals like the Ford Focus ST, Volkswagen Golf GTI, and Renault Megane RS. Over the years, it has evolved in terms of design, technology, and driving dynamics, always aiming to offer more horsepower, sharper handling, and a more aggressive character than its standard Astra siblings. By the time this generation rolled out, it was clear that Vauxhall had pushed the boundaries, delivering a 2.0-liter turbocharged powerhouse that truly belonged in the big leagues. Exterior design, aggression meets aerodynamics. When you first lay eyes on the Astra VXR, it makes its intentions clear. This isn't a hatchback trying to blend into the crowd, it's a hatchback that wants to stand out. The front fascia is dominated by a wide, aggressive grille flanked by sharp, menacing headlights that give it a serious, performance-oriented stare. The lower bumper features larger air intakes, not just for aesthetics but to feed cool air into the intercooler and brakes. Along the sides, flared wheel arches house large alloy wheels wrapped in low-profile performance tires, hinting at the grip and agility waiting beneath. At the rear, you'll find a distinctive roof spoiler, a sporty diffuser, and twin exhaust pipes that let out a deep, satisfying growl when you push the throttle. Every crease, every angle, and every aerodynamic element is there for a reason, to make the Astra VXR look fast even when it's parked. Engine and performance, part of a hot hatch beast. Pop the bonnet, and you're greeted by a 2.0-liter turbocharged petrol engine that produces a staggering amount of power for a front-wheel drive hatch. In its prime, the Astra VXR churns out over 276 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque, sending all that power to the front wheels via a slick 6-speed manual gearbox. The result: a 0 to 60 mph sprint in just over 5 seconds and a top speed that comfortably pushes past 150 miles per hour. But numbers only tell part of the story. The real magic happens when you're behind the wheel. The throttle response is sharp, the turbo spools up eagerly, and the car delivers a wave of torque that's both addictive and manageable. Thanks to a mechanical limited slip differential, torque steer is kept in check, and you feel planted, confident, and ready to attack every corner. Whether you're on a twisty B road or hammering down a motorway, the Astra VXR feels alive and eager to perform. Handling and driving dynamics, precision in motion. Performance isn't just about straight-line speed, and Vauxhall knows this. The Astra VXR's chassis has been tuned for razor-sharp handling, and the difference is immediately noticeable. The steering is direct and communicative, giving you the confidence to place the car exactly where you want it. The suspension setup is firm, as you'd expect from a car built for performance, but it's not punishing, it strikes a good balance between cornering ability and ride comfort. Brembo brakes provide phenomenal stopping power, ensuring you can scrub off speed quickly and confidently. On tight, technical roads, the car feels agile and nimble, darting from corner to corner with minimal body roll. And thanks to the front differential, you can power out of bends earlier than you'd think possible without losing grip. In short, The Astra VXR delivers a driving experience that's engaging, responsive, and deeply satisfying. Interior quality and design, where sport meets comfort. Step inside the Astra VXR, and you're greeted by a cabin that blends sporty touches with everyday comfort. The most striking feature is undoubtedly the set of deep, heavily bolstered Recaro sports seats. These not only keep you locked in place during spirited driving but also provide excellent comfort on longer journeys. The dashboard layout is clean and driver-focused, with all controls within easy reach. Vauxhall has added sporty touches like a flat-bottom steering wheel, VXR badging, and brushed aluminium trim to remind you that you're in something special. The instrument cluster is clear and easy to read, with a central display providing all the key performance data you might want, from boost pressure to lap times. Materials are generally of good quality, with soft-touch plastics in key areas, although some harder plastics remind you of its more affordable roots. Seats and cabin space, practicality in a performance package. While the Astra VXR is all about performance, Vauxhall hasn't forgotten that this is still a hatchback meant to be lived with daily. The front seats, as mentioned, are superbly supportive and adjustable, meaning drivers of all shapes and sizes can find a comfortable position. In the rear, there's enough legroom and headroom for two adults to sit comfortably, though taller passengers might find headroom a bit tight under the sloping roofline. The boot is a practical size, easily accommodating shopping, sports gear, or even luggage for a weekend trip. Folding the rear seats extends the load space significantly, making it surprisingly versatile for a performance car. In short, the Astra VXR manages to blend its sporty nature with the practicality you'd expect from a hatchback, a rare combination in a world where performance often comes at the cost of usability. Technology and infotainment, staying connected on the go. Performance might be the headline, but the Astra VXR also comes equipped with the tech you need for modern driving. The infotainment system is straightforward, featuring a central display with navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, and audio streaming. While it may not have the flashiest interface compared to newer systems, it's intuitive and gets the job done. The sound system delivers decent audio quality, perfect for those moments when you want a soundtrack to match the drive. Climate control keeps the cabin comfortable, and you'll also find useful features like parking sensors, cruise control, and steering wheel mounted controls. In essence, while the tech won't blow you away, it's functional, reliable, and complements the car's primary focus, driving enjoyment. Fuel economy and running costs, the reality of a hot hatch. Let's be honest, if you're buying an Astra VXR, fuel economy isn't at the top of your priority list. That said, it's not as thirsty as you might expect for a car with this level of performance. Drive it sensibly, and you can see figures in the mid-30s mpg range, which isn't bad at all. Of course, spirited driving will drop that significantly, but that's the price you pay for fun. Servicing and maintenance costs are reasonable for a performance hatch, and parts availability is good thanks to the Astra's widespread popularity. Insurance, however, can be on the higher side given the performance credentials, so it's worth factoring that into your budget. Overall, while it's not the cheapest car to run, it's far from the most expensive in its class. Verdict: the Astra VXR's lasting appeal. The Vauxhall Astra VXR is more than just a fast hatchback, it's a statement. It shows that you can have performance, style, and practicality in one package without spending supercar money. From its aggressive exterior to its powerful turbocharged engine, from its sharp handling to its comfortable, practical interior, the Astra VXR delivers on every promise it makes. It's a car that rewards enthusiastic driving yet remains usable as an everyday vehicle, and that's a balance not many can achieve. For enthusiasts, it offers the kind of connection between driver and machine that's becoming increasingly rare in the modern age of electronic assists and driver aids. Here at Twin Motor Reviews, we appreciate cars that have character, cars that aren't afraid to wear their performance credentials proudly. The Astra VXR is exactly that, a car that demands to be driven and enjoyed. If you're in the market for a hot hatch that blends everyday usability with true driving excitement, the Astra VXR deserves a place at the very top of your shortlist.